Hey everybody, it's Tracy from Downward Dog Rising. I'm going to give you a stretch video tonight to help you go to sleep. And if you have really tight hip flexors or quads, then take this time out right now to stretch out your psoas, your hip flexor, and your quads, because they can wreak havoc when they're super tight. So we're going to stretch out the front of our thighs, and then we'll also get a little bit into inner thighs and hips, maybe hamstrings. So it won't be a long session. See if you can join me and just get a little bit of a stretch on tonight. A little stretch session in before you go to sleep. All right, so let's begin. I'm going to have you start off sitting in a little butterfly seated position. So we're just going to bring our feet together. And I want you to sink down to the bottom of your pelvis as you rise to the top of your head. We have two energy currents in our spine. So we're just going to gently lengthen to top of head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take a moment, stretch arms to sky, balance your weight equally onto each one of your sits bones, into each half of your pelvis. Make sure you're not leaning or twisting. All right, gently grab a hold of your feet and just allow those knees to go where they go. Breathing in. Breathing out. Be aware, follow the breath going in. Be aware, follow the breath out. Soften into it. The awareness of your body, the sensations that you feel right here in the present moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Starting off with a little hip opener before we stretch our quads and our hip flexors. Breathing in. Breathing out. Little hip hinge forward. Stretch your breastbone through the arms. Rise to the sky as you sink to the earth. Complementary energies. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep breastbone stretching to sky as you sink into the earth. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale. And gently we're going to rise up. Close your knees together. Little windshield wiper. Hands by sides. Gently rock and roll across sides of hips. Inhale, exhale, release. Excellent. Okay, so next exercise, before we actually stretch our quad and our hip flexor, we're going to do a little single leg shoelace. For your single leg shoelace, shake out your knees. Once you shake out your knees, take your right knee, crisscross it over the left. It's going to look like this. Your right knee exactly crisscrosses over the left. You're going to flex this left foot. You're going to stretch up. Equal weight through your pelvis. Flex your feet for hip integrity. Protect those knees. Rise raise up, and now we're going to stretch over your leg. Breathing in. You can reach both hands under the knee joint. If you want a little extra support, go for it. That way you don't hyperextend or lock out your knee. If it's comfortable, you can reach to the shin, maybe even grab your foot, reach your breastbone long, really stretch your spine, and then hip hinge over the legs. Stay here and breathe. Softly go into it. Breathe in. Yield. Receive. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen your breastbone. Keep that spine reaching long. Breastbone elongates. Maybe reach for the bottom of your foot, shoulders out of ears. We're just trying not to round the middle part of our back. Try to keep it elongated. Breathing in, breathing out. When you feel that give, go into it. Receive, go a little deeper. Go a little deeper if you can. Keep stretching spine long. Feel that low back stretch part, hamstrings, hip. Let's take another deep inhale here into the middle of your low back. Slowly gonna rise up. Before we come out of our single leg shoelace, we're gonna do something for our hands. Right leg is on top still. We're gonna take our right arm, reach it to sky. The palm reaches down the back. Palm touches your back. Take the left hand. You're going to reach the left hand behind. Your palm is going to face away from you, and it's going to reach up towards the other hand that's reaching down. So we're going to do our Gomukhasana, cow face arms. So we're in single leg shoelace. Breathing at the end of the day, I splice my words. I can no longer speak because I speak all day long, so I apologize if I sound like I can't talk. Sounds funny when I splice words together. We're breathing in and we're breathing out because I want to open your heart and your lung meridians energetically. The subtle energy bodies. Breathing in, breathing out. Sit tall. It's okay if your hands don't touch together in the middle of your back. It's fine. Just sit tall, breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to open up your middle back, breathing in, breathing out. Let's just do one more deep inhale here. And softly release. All right. We're going to undo those knees. We're going to shake out the legs for a second. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So we're going to do our single leg shoelace. Take the left knee this time. That left knee is just going to go straight over the right. And then what I want you to do here, you're going to flex your feet, rise up, sink into your sits bones. Maybe reach both arms to sky. So you're not like leaning into one half of your pelvis without realizing it. Equalize the weight. Hands come down. Maybe you'll soften and reach under the knee joint so it doesn't lock out into the mat. If it feels like that's not an issue for you, Then you can take the hands out. You're going to elevate your breastbones, rising up. Maybe reach to the shin. Ooh, I'm going to get a hamstring cramp, I think. Ooh, boy, I feel it coming. Rise up. I stopped on the gym on the way home from work and ran on the treadmill. And my body was telling me I need to stretch tonight before bed or else I'm going to be waking up with cramps. So I thought I would share some stretching with you. Rise up, flex your feet, give your knees, your hips a little bit more space. Breastbone long, reach for your ankle, maybe your shin. Keep the length in your spine. Rising up, breathing in, breathing out. You're elongating up, up, up out of your center. Breathing in, breathing out. Rise up, lift and lengthen. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe if you can reach for your foot, you can. Maybe your ankle. Ooh, this side's tight. Keep the length in your breastbone so you don't round your low back, middle back, I should say. Breathing in, breathing out. Elongate up, up, up to top of head. Be conscious of the breath going in. Be conscious of the breath going out. When you feel a give, go a little deeper. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Pull breastbone through arms. Stretch over that leg. Flex your feet. When you feel a give, allow your body to go deeper without collapsing. Oof. Feel a give, release, let go. Let go of tension. Let go of the need to control. Just be open to receive. A little deeper. Inhale, exhale. Slowly we're going to rise up. We're going to do our Gomukhasana arm. Gomukhasana. I'm not saying it right. Hold on, I got to get it out right. Gomukhasana. Asana. Okay, Gomukhasana. That's it. Got it. So now the left leg is on top still. We're rising up. So you're going to let that elbow face up. The palm is actually going to face down to your back. And then what you do, once your palm's facing down, you're going to take the opposite hand. This palm faces away from your back. It faces up. You reach behind, and then you slowly start to stretch that hand up towards the other palm that's coming down. Maybe your hands touch, maybe they don't, no worries. Sit tall, align your spine from top to bottom. You want to get the heart and lung meridians, breathing in, breathing out. Sitting tall, breathe in, breathe out. Stay here for a few more breaths. Tonight is a full moon, I believe. Embrace the moon energy, yin energy, darkness, stillness, coolness, water. Breathing in, all those represent the moon, also represents yin energy. feminine energy. One more deep inhale here. And softly you're going to release those arms that stretched our upper mid back. Ooh, gently undo that leg. We're going to shake out our knees. All right. So next, what I'd like to do, I'm going to have you do something to get into your quads a little bit. And we're going to actually use, if you have a belt for your pants, grab it. If you have a yoga belt, grab it. Yoga strap, even better. But if not, no worries. Just grab grab a belt that you would wear with your pants every day. A belt that you could wrap over the bottom of your foot. And then that kind of belt, you would just take it in the middle and put your foot inside of it like that kind of belt. If you have a yoga strap, you could actually attach, you can make it into a loop. That's what loop it. Okay, if you make your yoga strap into a loop, you could actually walk your foot through it. And we're gonna come down into a sideline position. I just looped my right foot. So I'm gonna ask you to lie on your left hip, facing down with your right leg facing up to the sky. So now we're gonna lie on our side. I think I'm losing my voice. That sucks. I'll drink some water tonight. All right. Next, we're gonna come all the way down onto our mat. And if you want, you can use either a small pillow or you could bend your bottom arm and place it under your head and neck like I'm gonna do right now. So I'm just gonna come down to the mat. And then you could even have your head on a yoga block if you wanted. That also would do. So you're on your side, your hip bones are squared straight in front of you. And then basically what I want you to do here, your top right foot is in the strap, your hips are aligned, and I actually want you to take your strap or your belt, you're actually gonna reach over the top of your head, and you're gonna have that knee in line with your hip, so you could stretch the whole front of your thigh, your quad, your hip flexor. The psoas is really deep muscle in the body. So we're gonna start to get in here. It's really hard to stretch it accurately. It goes through the pelvic floor. It inserts into your back vertebra. So I mean, it's really deep in there. So from here, keep your hips squared, and then you're gonna reach your arms overhead and just feel like you're supported, your abdominals draw into your spine, and you're just gonna hold this stretch. I'm gonna tug a little bit. I'm keeping my pelvis stable. My tailbone stretches long, so reach tailbone long away from you. That way you don't arch your back, and then your lumbar spine is stabilized. So you're just gonna stay here and breathe. Give it a little time. Takes time. Things get tight over time. Things stretch and get more flexible over time, not all at once. So be patient. Feel this part just stretching. Inhale, exhale. I'm playing my YouTube music subscription, so whatever songs I played in the past, they'll go on replay. So far, I think we've heard some Moby mixes from Always Centered at Night, and now I hear Christian Loffler. I'll cite the music artist at the end. I'll write it down. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel that openness, stretch. Reach overhead if you can. If not, just relax your arm. Inhale, exhale. Whew. Breathe, exhale that tension, let it out. Reach overhead. Inhale, exhale. so much harder for me to run on a treadmill than it is to run outside, but sometimes I can't wake up early enough to go for a run before work, so I opted to just do what I can, which sometimes is running at night on a treadmill. So I'll take what I can get right now. Breathe in, breathe out. One more deep inhale. Slowly, you're going to start to release that leg. Woo. And I'm going to give you a little counter stretch. Roll to your back before you switch sides. Woo. Okay, the leg that was just in the strap is not the leg that you're going to pull towards you. You're actually going to stretch that leg straight against the mat so the front of the thigh elongates into the mat. You'll feel the front of the thigh open to the sky, I should say. And you're just going to pull the other knee into your chest for a second to get this whole front of that thigh to elongate. Just take a second, breathe in, breathe out. Stretch part. Let your back sink into the mat. Head lengthens away from your tailbone. Just getting this whole thigh to elongate now away from you. Inhale, exhale. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Now just hug both knees to chest. If it's okay on your spine, rock side to side, cross your low back. Maybe take an inhale, breathe in, hug knees to chest, exhale, release. One more time, maybe breathe in, hug knees to chest, exhale, release. I'm going to rock and roll up, and then I'm going to face the opposite way. So we stretch the right foot in the strap. So this time, take the strap over the Which side do we do? Right leg in strap? Yes. So we're going to take the left foot into the strap next, because we're going to turn and we're going to lie on our right hip. So what I want you to do, you switched so your left foot is in the strap. And then you can take a pillow if you want, put a pillow under your head to support your neck. We're going to lower down to our mat. Make sure you square your hips. Your pelvis is squared straight in front of you. So we're going to come down. So you want your hips to be straight. And then we're going to take our foot that we just stuck in the strap. It's over the bottom of your foot. And you're going to slowly, you're going to start to pull. Make sure your ribs are straight. If you have any twisting in your spine, scoliosis, sometimes your ribs will translate sideways. So really try to get your shoulders in line over the hips. You're going to take, if it was too much to reach your arms over your head, it hurts your shoulders, feel free to modify. You would just use one arm. So your hips are straight, here to here. You can keep this bottom knee bent. Get those ribs straight. Mine go right. Sometimes I have to really focus on pulling them back in. If you can, reach overhead and breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Your hips are squared straight in front of you. And then just feel that release. Open the space up here. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep your hips squared for your alignment. It's going to feel so good to get those hips to release. They get tense even sitting all day long. If you sit working, they get tense. Driving, they get tense. Feel that release as that thigh reaches away from you. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Feel that space open up in here. Breathing in, breathing out. Soften into it. One more time, deep inhale here. Softly release. We're going to bring that leg back. Gently take your foot out of the loop. Go ahead and turn onto your back again. The leg that was just stretching your quad, take that leg, go ahead and stretch it straight against the mat so you feel elongation between rib cage, hip bone. And then you're just going to take this other leg, reach under the knee, and pull it towards you for a second. Breathing in, breathing out. Allow that entire low back to stretch deeper into the mat. Your hips are still squared straight above you to the ceiling, to the sky. Breathe in, breathe out. Allow your spine to settle into the mat. Breathing in, breathing out. We're working with the coldness, the moon energy, darkness, moon, mystery, coldness, dragon energy. One more deep inhale here. And gently release. Good job. Once again, reach under both your knees and then gently just breathe into the center of your back, in between your two shoulder blades, and then release down. One more time. Inhale. Breathe into that space, mid back, in between those two shoulder blades. And then gently release. All right. Next, what I want to do is take these two hip bones. Think of right here, right there. There's a crease. See that? My leg bends, and there's a deep crease right in the hip right there. So the leg goes into the hip socket, and it's like this femur bone goes into the acetabulum. What I want you to do is that space right there, we're going to push that space in a hip hinge like fashion. We're going to rise up, lift our pelvis off the mat, press into all four corners of your feet. Keep length between ribs and hips. Your feet are shoulder width apart, so your shoulders, your hips, your knees, ankles, everything's aligned. And I want you to scoop in from pubic bone to navel like you're zipping up. Activate your core. No weights in the neck. You lift across shoulder blade shelf. You feel width across mid-back, chest to sky. Your tailbone stretches long. And then you just go straight down. So here's your hip hinge. My karate pants. I have my karate pants on tonight. Martial arts, kung fu. They're comfy. Your hips go straight back. That's a hinge. They hit simultaneously. So I want you to press this part. Your hip bones press to the sky. Your glutes are engaged. And then that hinge just goes straight back to the mat. So we want to feel like the pelvis is supported. The energy travels past those hips, down the thighs, past the knees, past the toes. Chest is open. Straight back to mat. Hips hit simultaneously. Lift up. Lower down. And 5. Really stretch your tailbone. This part elongates. Tailbone away. Chest is open. Again, no weight in neck. 4. The hip hinge goes straight up. The hip hinge comes straight down. 3 more. Lifting up. Lowering down. 2 more. Knees in line with hip sockets. We don't want the knees to fall sideways. Lift, lengthen, and down. Last one. Press straight up. Lower straight down. Excellent. Excellent. Good job. Now we're just going to do 5 hip openers, knee stirs, otherwise known as. 4, stir the leg deeper into the socket. 3, keep your hips stabilized. Core tightens in. 2, inhale, exhale. Reverse. Core is strong. 5, pelvis is stable. 4, stir those legs deeper into the hip joints. 3, head away from tailbone. 2, inhale, exhale. Last one. Come back in. All right. Next, take your belt or your yoga strap. Place it over your foot. We're going to do a little 3-way stretch. If you have back issues, this leg stays bent to support your pelvis. If you don't have back issues, this leg can straighten out. And then basically, you're going to stretch the back of your thigh, lengthen it, pull it towards you, breathe in, reach away. Stretch hamstrings, pull in, reach away. Get those hamstrings to lengthen, back of leg. Good. Feel that length. 4. One more time, and then we're going to hold it. Little Padagustasana, ABC. Pilates, it's 3-way stretch. Spine is long. You're going to feel this part lengthening. One more deep inhale here. Your 2 hip bones stay facing straight to sky. Next thing, without turning your pelvis, keep hips to sky. Stretch leg out of your center. Maybe you'll switch, hold the strap with the opposite hand so your shoulders don't get tired. And you're going to stretch your inner thigh now. Your hips are still facing to the sky. So you avoid rotating your pelvis off the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. You can use the same arm. Relax shoulder against mat, elbows bent. You can vary the stretch. You can go a little higher if you can. Breathe in, breathe out. Spine is long. Come back center. Hips are to sky. Reach to the side. Breathe in, breathe out. 3 more. Hips are to the sky. Open. Feel inner thigh. 2 more. Last one. We're going to do something called iliotibial band stretch. Padagustasana C reaches over, but I'm not going to twist your spine. I'm going to keep your pelvis to the sky, hip bones to the sky. Word of caution, if you've had a hip replacement, never ever cross over the midline of your body. You do not want to do any internal rotation because you could pop your prosthetic hip out. So avoid, please. Know your limits. Be safe. Avoid this if you've had hip replacement surgery. Your hips are to the sky. We're not going to twist our spine. Today I'm going to modify it so we just reach across the body to keep our spine long, reaching into the mat. Create space here between rib and hip. Feel the stretch all the way down. Maybe you'll just stretch here, reach across, hips to sky. 4. You're going to feel that stretch all the way down. 3. 2 more. Hips are to sky. Notice I'm not twisting my spine off the mat. In yoga, I might actually twist and rotate. get a deeper stretch. I'm not going to do it that way tonight. Maybe go to opposite shoulder, lift up a little. Maybe rotate down a little baby bit, vary the stretch. You might feel it travel to the tibia, down here to the ankle, to the foot even. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale here. Slowly come back center. Maybe just take that leg, rotate it outward a little bit. Release it. Inhale, exhale, rock it side to side, cross the hip joint. Inhale, exhale, side to side. All right. Gently release. I'm going to rock and roll up. I'm going to go the other way now. So you're going to take your strap and you're going to take it on your opposite foot, which is going to be the left foot. Three-way stretch. So I'm not twisting our spine tonight, just to let you know. In case you have any disc disease, degenerative disc disease, osteoporosis, spinal stenosis, this is safe for you to actually do this tonight. So you could keep this knee bent if you need extra stability in your back, or you could straighten it. Hamstring stretch. Just stretch out of your center, pull back. Inhale, exhale, pull that leg towards you. Low back elongates into the mat. Inhale, exhale, 3. 2 more. Last one, we're going to hold it here. Back is elongated into the mat. One more deep inhale here, then we're going to release. Keep both hips straight to sky. And now you're going to reach away from you, so this whole inner thigh stretches. Breathe in, breathe out. Maybe your elbows are bent, shoulders are relaxed, so you don't tense your neck. Hips stay facing up to sky. 3 more. 2 more. Stay here and breathe for a second. Maybe vary it. Go a little higher if possible. To opposite shoulder. Same shoulder, I should say. Feel that inner thigh elongate. Keep hips to sky, avoid rotating hips. Pelvis stays facing upwards. One more deep inhale. Exhale, you're going to slowly release. All right, this one, avoid if you've had a hip replacement. Your hip bones face the sky. And you're just going to reach. Keep opening the space here between rib and hip. I'm modifying this from our yoga, Padagustasana C. I'm modifying it. Keeping the pelvis squared on the mat. Hips to sky. Reach across, gently come back in. Want to get your iliotibial band to elongate all the way, stretch. Reach across, keep spine long on mat. One more time, then you might vary it a little bit. Maybe you'll lift to opposite shoulder without lifting your spine. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Maybe you'll vary it by rotating your ankle down. Feel the stretch in that tibia, the ankle. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel that stretch all the way down. Deep inhale, deep exhale. One more deep inhale. Deep exhale. And gently you're going to release. Hug that leg in. You can take off the strap. Maybe just bring that leg to the side a little bit. And you're just going to kind of roll back and forth across the hip. 3 and 2. Good. Last one. Stretch back and forth a little bit. Externally rotate a little bit. Inhale, exhale, release. Excellent. All right. From here, we're going to roll over. And then I'm just going to, what time is it? Okay. So I'm going to take you into a little stretch. I'm going to say it the right way. I'm not going to say SP. I'm going to say it like it's SF. Sphinx. I'm going to say it right. Because I know how to say it. I just say it wrong. I don't know why I do that. So now, your hips face down to the mat. And then you're actually going to like press your hip bones into the mat. Like the front of the hip bones press down. And then make sure you don't go like that and collapse. We don't want to collapse our shoulders. Your knees are on the mat. And I'm going to give you one more stretch after you just hold here in your Sphinx. I want you to nod your chin slightly forward and down. I might have to, because my knees make weird noises as they drag on the mat. I'm going to angle a little bit, just so you can see like my shoulders are down and back. My chin slightly comes forward. And I'm not tensing my shoulders or my neck. I'm feeling a stretch in my abdominals too. Stay here. Your hip bones are firm on the mat. Let's make a little space in between your vertebrae. Create space in your spine. Neck stays long, shoulders are away from your ears. Take another deep inhale here. All right, we're going to extend our arms a little bit out in front of us. Avoid lifting too close because that can scrunch your shoulders into your ears and compress your low back. So maybe I'm going to slide back a little. The tops of your feet rest on your mat. You're going to point your elbows down. You're just going to glide your arms a little bit away from you. And then we're going to come into our seal pose. Stay here and breathe. Chin nods slightly, neck is long. Breathing in, breathing out. Make room in your spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Create space in your back. This pose is actually energizing, opening the back of your spine up. Breathing in, breathing out. All right, one more deep inhale here. And slowly you're going to come down. And now just place your forehead on the backs of your hands for a moment and release your neck by nodding your head side to side as if you're saying no. You're just going straight across the third eye. Release sides of neck. All right. Now from here, let's do one more quad hip flexor stretch. If you have a belt handy or your strap, you're going to place it over your foot. Try not to cramp the hamstring. That could happen sometimes. When you reach back, all of this tightens up on you. So careful. Now, here, after you get your foot in the strap, you're going to relax your forehead back on your mat. And then see if it's possible to go ahead and then like elevate that thigh. You can relax your elbows on the mat. Just get a deep stretch. Breathe. You can relax your forehead on the mat. Grab a pillow. Maybe have your arm under. Breathe in, breathe out. Whatever's comfortable. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Keep the tailbone reaching long. Protect the integrity of your spine. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release. Excellent. You're going to take the strap off of that foot. Switch. You're going to bring the strap to your other foot. And again, be wary that you don't cramp the back of your thigh up. That can happen sometimes. Like you squish things together and then it tightens up. So we're going to get ready to finish up our session right now. Do the left foot in the strap. Come back onto your stomach. Ooh, now my toes are cramping. Let's see. You're going to take a hold of that leg. You're going to rise up. Your hips, bones are on the mat. Tailbone reaches long to keep the low back from squishing, compressing together. Stay here and breathe. Make sure your foot's comfortable wherever you put the strap. Tailbone long. Inhale, exhale. Woof. Sometimes you could just feel stuff release out of you. Lots of layers. Breathe. One more deep inhale here. And gently release. Awesome. We're going to take that foot out of the strap. take your hands under your shoulders and you're going to press up to your hands and your knees. And then go ahead, take it back into a little rest pose. I'm glad I did this tonight so I can walk tomorrow and not walk all stiff. Actually be comfortable walking. So if you have knee pain or anything, maybe you could take your toes under so the weight's distributed from the knee down into the foot. It's not all right here. I'm gonna try it that way right now. Pull your sits bones straight back behind you. And then you're gonna slide your breastbone straight into the mat. Relax your forehead into the mat. Try to reach those sits bones straight back behind your body. They pull straight back. This part feels like it pulls into two different directions. And then your breastbone pulls forward. And breathe. Stretch apart. I'm releasing tension out of the balls of my feet too with my toes curled. In a second, I'm going to go flat on the top of the foot. So I'm just going to bring my feet under like that. And then sit back, going a little deeper. Pull that low back apart. Maybe go up onto the fingertips so you feel a stretch from the armpits all the way to the fingertips. Stretch. Breathe into the center of your low back. Gently release. Slowly walk your hands in. Then you're going to press up nice and easy. Once you come up, I'm going to have you face forward now. And then what I want to do here is come into a little easy pose, a little Sukhasana. And then what I want you to do in Sukhasana, root your sits bones down into the mat. And you're just going to let your entire spine stretch up this way. Take one hand down to the mat and then just reach behind head and just really try to pull the side open for a second. Breathing in and then breathing out. Soften, breathe, sink, rise. Neck is long, shoulders out of ears. Breathing in, breathing out. You're going to rise all the way back up. One more time. You're going to lift up. Stretching up, up, up. And we're going to take this arm down. We're going to sink down, down, down into the sits bones. Open up this entire side. Lengthen. So you're stretching up in order to go over. Stretch up, up, up in order to go over. Open. Breathe. Get this whole side to stretch apart. Breathing in, breathing out. Lengthen. Ribs apart. Ribs apart. Open. And slowly you're gonna make our way all the way back up. And then let's just do a couple shoulder rolls. Up, down, back, away from your ears. Up, down, back, away from your ears. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, one more time. Gently release. We're just gonna do a little neck roll, head roll to one shoulder, as long as your neck's comfortable with this. Avoid doing anything that causes any restrictions or pain. You'd back out of it. Let one side of the neck stretch. Softly the other side. Two more. To one side. And to the other. Return to the center. Reach arms to sky. Breathe in. Hands to heart. Aynzli Mudra, feeling grateful for the here, for the now, for this moon energy, for this yin. The darkness complements the light, the balance. Breathing in, breathing out. Light always shines and illuminates the dark. Thank you very much. Appreciate you for joining me. And I'll see you again when I can make it. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. Peace, everyone. Have a good rest of your day or evening whenever you find this. Peace.